I'm Mrs. DeClerc, and you're watching Warrior TV News.
Good morning, Warriors. I'm Hanna.
And I'm Thaya, and this is your Friday, March 1st feature edition of Warrior TV News.
First, Jimmy Gruss and Nathan Cavaleri headed the Student Advisory Board to see what exactly they do.
Then, Deakon Booher, Sania Wimbush, and Gavin Lutz check out the Winter Indoor Percussion Ensemble.
All this and more on this Friday's feature edition of Warrior TV News. You studied for 4 years. You named your study guide Brad. And you loved Brad. Nothing could come between you and Brad. And then you took your SAT. You two had been through everything together. 3 high schools and 28 teachers. Nothing could replace Brad. Then the SAT called.
Audio preview.
And you break into your happy dance.
Remember, Warriors, the SAT is March 9th, here at WCHS. Doors open at 7:45 a.m. Make sure you bring a pencil, a calculator, and a picture ID along with your registration paper.
The Student Advisory Board is composed of many student leaders here at WCHS. Jimmy and Nathan go get an insight on what they do for the students here at WCHS.
Warrior TV takes a deeper look into the unknown responsibilities of both students and their leaders of the Student Advisory Board.
The Student Advisory Council meets with Norm, the town manager of Whiteland, and we discuss various aspects and factors that go into local government and also advise him on a more youth and student vision. Specifically, we have plans on creating a park within Whiteland, but more broadly, Norm wants to educate people about local government to kind of curb contempt towards it and just work to better the community.
Trevor goes in depth about how being more involved in government will affect him after high school.
It's definitely given me more of a respect towards politics, even though I don't necessarily know if it's my thing. It has drawn more interest.
Warrior TV then talks to President Grace Brewington to get more insight.
Since Whiteland is pretty much just revolved around the school corporation and a few local businesses, I think being in school together here, even though some of us are from New Whiteland or Greenwood, it helps just bring us all together and focus on the community that we have grown up in, because we have grown up in the school system.
Grace Brewington goes more in depth on how the board can improve.
This is our second year, and we hope to eventually get more numbers within the board itself, and we also hope to get more involved in the community, maybe open up some public meetings, and just maybe have some social media pages, just let everyone know what we're up to.
After speaking with student members of the Student Advisory Board, Warrior TV heads over to the town hall to get Norm Gabehart's perspective on what it means to be in the group.
Well, so many times in society today that most of our correspondence is related to keyboards and interaction that way, and less sensitivity from personal interaction. One of the criteria that we implemented is a mandate of contact between our students and the town managers, and our employees do the same thing. That's one facet, and that's just an integrity issue and a fundamental characteristics that we need to look at. The other part of it is that I believe they can be the voice piece of disseminating information back and giving knowledge to parents, neighbors, and other students and peers.
Town manager Gabehart describes how the students' relationships have grown.
I would say our day-to-day decisions is interaction with them and having that feel that they have, that they're not intimately close to every issue, but they're knowledgeable enough to be ingrained and engaged in the issues. So I guess what I mean by that is they're not to the point where they can't see the forest by the trees. So they're proactive in giving me feedback in a lot of cases that I may not think about and see.
Looks like the Student Advisory Board is making strides to make Whiteland a better place. Be sure to get involved with your local government. From outside the Whiteland Town Hall, I'm Nathan, here with Jimmy, Warrior TV News.
We want to get them along with the academy involved in along with
If you decide not to wear your lanyard to school,
the consequences will find you.
Yeah. Siege. Riley. Taz. Yeah. Set me free and give me death, there ain't no other choices. When I lay down to go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. Little whispers in my head, man, is you fake or loyal? When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come.
The Winter Indoor Percussion Ensemble, WIPE, has been off to a great start this season. Deakon, Sania, and Gavin head over to get a closer look on how their season's been going.
WIPE is the Whiteland Indoor Percussion Ensemble. WIPE has been a very successful program that has been a staple for the band department for quite some time. Warrior TV heads to the director, Miss Lang, and one of the captains of WIPE to get some insight on how WIPE works and how this season has gone so far.
We started in 2004, and I started the ensemble. There was the Indiana Percussion Association came out with a concert class, and so I decided that'd be good for us. So we started competing there. We started in Class A, and we've moved through Open. We've been in World for a while. We're in Open class now.
After hearing about the origins of WIPE, Miss Lang moves on to the present state of WIPE and how it is progressing.
This year's show is called Hanna by Moonlight. It's Beethoven music put on top of some Latin feel. So it's really fun to play the Latin style and get to experiment with a lot of different instruments and do a lot of different things that way. So our rehearsals, obviously, we're just working to improve, and we may take a section at a time and do some work or things like that. On competition days, we're focused on what we're performing that day, so it's more of a look at the whole picture versus a small individual part. It's been a lot of fun watching the students grow and the different shows that we've been able to do and all of that, so it's been a really great experience.
After talking to Miss Lang about the origins and present state of the Whiteland Indoor Percussion Ensemble, Warrior TV heads over to one of the captains of WIPE to get his story.
This year's show is called Hanna by Moonlight. My favorite part is probably the Moonlight Sonata because it just flows really well. This year, I'm our second marimba part. Also, I play the cajon, which is a Latin percussion instrument that you sit on.
After hearing about WIPE in a general sense from one of the captains, John moves on to his personal experience.
My favorite part is that it's just completely different from like every other part of aspect of band. Every other band, percussion is like in the background, it's kind of the groove of it, but in winter percussion, it's just percussion. The show's designed about showing us off in the best of light. I've done this for 4 years now, and when I started, it just seemed cool as an idea. When I did it my first year, I just loved it, and it made me a great player, and I've just done it all 4 years since then.
As a captain of WIPE, John has his own personal responsibilities to fulfill for the group.
Our role is to just help people stay positive and help them learn their notes and making sure everybody has a ride. to practices and just trying to keep the positivity up with everything. With winter percussion, it's brought a lot of good memories.
The Whiteland Indoor Percussion Ensemble is off to a great start with their season. They have already performed at North Central High School in Pendleton Heights, which they received second place at that competition. Make sure you come see them this weekend, March 2nd, at Noblesville, as they try to take that first place spot. I'm Deakon, here with Gavin, Sania, out here by the band room, Warrior TV News.
Okay, rule number 1, no hair pulling. Rule number 2, no biting. Rule number 3, if I tag you, you're it. Rule number 4, if you tag me, I'm it. Got it?
Ready?
Go.
Warriors. There's a track meet March 5th at UIndy at 5 p.m. against Roncalli. Be there.
And that's all we have on this Friday's feature edition of Warrior TV News. Until next time,
have a good one.